This is for all you single moms and dads that hate cooking like I do. Yeah, don't like it, don't enjoy it, but you're stuck with a couple kids and you need to make dinner for them. So here's a dinner that's simple, pretty easy, and if you do it right, you can have plenty of leftovers for lunch for a couple days if you want. So I'll show you what I do. Yeah, still don't like cooking. I burn chicken. This has a little bit of a little burn on the bottom of it. If I cook chicken, I burn chicken. I almost caught the house on fire one time with the grill. I don't like grilling. I bought a grill. I race cars. I fly jets. I do scuba diving. I ride motorcycles. I work on cars and that, but I hate cooking. I just don't enjoy it. So I'm going to show you what I have here. Very simple. Show you how to do it, and you should be good to go. All right. Don't worry about the calories because there's probably a shit ton in this, and I don't really care. So, cream of mushroom. I don't like mushrooms. It's in the recipe. You don't taste them. Penne pasta. It's very specific that you get this because I'll show you that in a little bit. Real mayo, don't know how much to use, just squirt a ton on it and that's how it goes. Butter. Salted, unsalted, I don't care. Don't know the difference, don't really can taste it, but I put a whole stick of butter in this, so that's a good thing. Baby broccoli. I don't like the end parts of the broccoli. The baby broccoli is pretty much just the tops. So that's just my own personal preference. Chicken. I always get rotisserie chicken because I don't have to cook it, right? Because I don't like to cook. Now, that's a shit ton of cheddar cheese, but we're only using 4 cups of it. There's 8 cups, you need 4. And this is the pan I bake it in. You bake it at 450 for 45 minutes until it gets burnt on the top. So I'll start going and we'll work on it from here. First thing we want to do is we want to butter the inside of this. So I'll get that done. Don't know if I told you, but we're making chicken broccoli bake. Right? What's in chicken broccoli bake? Campbell soup, noodles, mayo, broccoli, rotisserie chicken, and a shit ton of cheese. Here we go. Butter the crap out of the inside of that, because later we're going to have crunchy pasta on the bottom that everybody likes. At least I do. My kids do. And it's amazing when you make this stuff, people just show up. Not quite sure why, but that step's done. I actually see the butter in this dish better than the white one, so that's what you do. Smother it all over the place. How many pans do you need? 1 to cook that. 1 for the broccoli. I know it looks like a lot of broccoli, but I'm making a little extra. And then this one's for the goo. What's the goo? That's the stuff you put on top of everything. But I'll show you that. It's going to be pretty easy. The timing of this is, obviously, you got to get that to boil. I've already got the broccoli. I got water in there, and that's going to get steaming here in a little bit. Probably need to put the lid thing on it. And then I hold off on this. You can see I don't have very much butter in there. But you got to hold off to make the stuff on top last so that you pour it over the top. So that's it for now. I got the pasta in. Next thing, turn your oven 450. Make sure you take everything out. That's a nice clean one, isn't it? Yeah, I don't clean those either. Took that out. This is a thing of beauty. Forget Pampered Chef Stone. Love those. Get one. So we got the pasta going. And next, chicken. We're gonna have to tear this apart. I've been hunting. I've rabbits, squirrels, for some reason, I don't like tearing chicken apart. I don't know what it is, but I like eating chicken, just don't like tearing it apart. Not my favorite part. So even though I'm doing something I don't like cooking, I even get to do things within the cooking that I still don't like pulling chicken apart. But I gotta do it anyway. So I just do this with my hands. Of course, I wash my hands ahead of time, but I just start pulling it apart. I don't like dark meat. I mean, dark meat has more flavor in it. Son likes it, you know, but it's not that bad. So just start tearing it apart. And then when you're done, if you're not gonna be able to throw your trash out for a while, put that in the freezer so it doesn't rot outside and your trash cans stink and the raccoons come and get it or whatever. Put it in your freezer, and then the day before you gotta throw it out, it's frozen. Not gonna smell, not gonna have to be an issue. That's the only tip I got on that. Okay, there's all the chicken. Now that's 2 rotisserie chickens because I'm making more, but the one reason why I cut it up is so that I find out if I missed any bones. So if you go cut through everything, you typically find if there's a bone in there. And my daughter, she doesn't like the skin, but once it cooks, you're not gonna see the skin. I don't tell her that. Every now and then she'll find one, but either way, I think there's a little bit of flavor putting the skin in there, but that's just me. So when you're done, because we've already had the trash taken out, put it in the freezer and let it freeze. Now the pasta, I just eat it till it feels just about soft, because I think people say it's gonna cook a little bit more once you get it out, but crap, it's going in an oven. So it's still gonna cook more. So that's about 1 3/4 things of pasta. Remember, a normal recipe just has 1 in it, just 1 box of penne. The broccoli's done. I strain it and then put it back in the same daggone thing that it came in. So that's ready. Pasta's done. And just like the broccoli, of course, let's see if I can pick this up. Ah, it's a little hot. Put it back in the bowl that you got it out of. I like cleaning up as I go, but that's the next step. Now, we're gonna pour this into our pans, 2 pans. So the pasta goes down first. And the reason why the butter's in there is because when it gets in the oven, it'll keep the pasta from sticking to the bottom, and then it'll get crusty. So the bottom layer should be a hard layer of pasta. That's the key, like almost burnt, but hard, crunchy to bite. So you have multiple layers of toughness or texture in this. So that's next. Let's put that in there. There we go. Now, the key to this, and I'm not quite sure why, but I like to take it and get it smushed around with the butter. Get the butter in there. Not quite sure why I do that, but just kind of do that, give it a little wiggle wiggle. And the pasta's done. Now, next we put the broccoli on top. So now we got the broccoli on there, and I just kind of like to, probably not as much broccoli on this one, but that's okay. But this thing, you need to get one of these, because this thing works perfect for what we're gonna do next. Now we're gonna start the goose stuff that goes on top. So while the butter is melting, we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna take the chicken and put the chicken on top of the broccoli. We got the chicken on. I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit. So it's kind of covering all different areas. I like the white meat the best. Sometimes I put it in the corner and then I try to remember which corner it is. But the problem is you put it in the oven one way, you pull it back out, you never really remember which one it is. So it's kind of like winning the lottery with the white chicken breast. Depends on when you get it. So here's the other one. Again, I'm just gonna put that chicken around there. So far we got butter, we got the pasta, we got the broccoli, and we got the chicken. That's the layers. So now we got the cream of mushroom soup in this. Thing is, don't get the cream of mushroom soup. It's like 75% less sodium and the weak kind of stuff because it tastes like crap. I also got it with garlic in at one time. That was bad. Nobody liked that. And so just get the normal cream of mushroom soup. Normal recipe only has 2 cans in it. So next we're going to put the cheese in. So there's the cheese. It's about maybe, it's supposed to be 4 cups. But since I'm making it a little bit bigger, it's more. So now I got to put some mayonnaise on it. So now I put the mayonnaise in. Don't ask me how much. I just start squirting until it looks about right. So there, that looks about right. All right, so this is the goo. I call it the goo sauce or whatever. And what you do is you just make it to where it all melts the cheese in here. And that's why I use this purple plastic spatula thing. It works the best. So you just melt all this stuff, and once it's melted, then we'll pour it on top, and then you'll be done. All right, so this is the goo. We're gonna just pour it on top of this stuff. Doesn't it look gross? Looks like that. I don't know how many calories are in this, a couple billion, would be my guess. But we'll just put this all on top of here. We need more now. And when you get done, you just take this handy dandy thing and you spread it all out. Corners. Poppy, you can't have any yet. And when you get done with that, I always just give it a little more shake around the corners, kind of loosen it up a little bit. There we go. And that's ready to go in the oven. Okay, so for about 40 minutes, you cook it until the whole top of it's burnt. Because that's the way we like it. So we'll take those out and let it sit a little bit because it's gonna be too damn hot to eat. Here it's all done. You gotta make sure it's burnt like that on the top. And hopefully we have crusty stuff on the bottom. All right, so here we go. And the key to it is on the bottom. If you look in there, there you go. You get all the crunchy stuff on the bottom, the pasta, which is good, right? And the other thing is when you tell people you're making it, look, people just show up. And that's it. And that's chicken broccoli bake. Enjoy.